Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it's time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and do a few reality shows on the side. But first, we're going to start off with our daytime television, and we're going to be all about Days of Our Lives today. Okay, so here's the thing. This week was a short week. I mean a really short week, like a 3-day short week. So here's the deal, and you're probably thinking, well, there wasn't a holiday this week. You're right, there was not a holiday this week. However, Thursday we all got to watch the James Comey testifying. He's the former FBI director, testifying before Congress. But and I will say this, I actually understand that preemption because they canceled all the soaps and every network was airing it live, and that shit was fascinating. I'm not gonna lie, I'm okay with that. With that particular preemption, that I understand that because it's breaking news. You don't know how big the story is, but you know it's going to be big, and you want to be there live, right? You don't want some other network getting the jump on you. Okay, that makes perfect sense. I get that. What I don't understand is that on Friday, they also preempted the shows again because the president of Romania had something that he wanted to say to us, the Americans. The president of Romania. Who gives a shit about Romania? Like, honestly, no offense to my Romanian friends out there, but even I doubt you really cared about what your former leader had to say to us, which ended up being a whole pile of nothing. Like, why are we giving him airtime? Like, talk about it in the evening news and say, yeah, the president of Romania spoke and this is what he said. Then you can air the clip, or you can summarize. You don't have to break into our fucking shows for that, too. Oh, as pissed off as I was, I know Carolyn Hinsey's gonna be pissed. I know it. I can just tell. You know she's gonna be mad. She was already pissed off about General Hospital. She does sort of favor the ABC soaps, but and that's unfortunate. Not for the ABC soaps. It's great that she gives them so much attention, but it's unfortunate for the NBC people because I feel like there's been kind of a point where she's kind of given up on Days of Our Lives, and I can understand that. To be perfectly honest with you, I really can understand that. And it's got to be difficult for the actors, especially the ones that have been there a long time, like John and Marlena, Hope, Patch and Kayla, Adrian and Justin, Victor Kiriakis. Those people have all been there for decades, right? And they know they were there at the height of the soap boom. And now to be having to rush through your day to shoot as many shows as you can in one day, I mean, it's just so crazy. That's craziness. So it is. I'm sure she's probably just been like, whatever with them. Because every 3 weeks they change head writers anyways. But again, it takes 6 months for us as the viewers to see the results of the change of head writer. So how frustrating is that? So I get it. I mean, I totally understand. I don't falter at all. I totally would. I mean, yeah. But, okay, so let's talk about Days of the 3 episodes that did air. Can you believe it? 3 episodes this week. Made it easy for me to get caught up, but I mean, really? 3 episodes? Wow, okay. Okay, so, first of all, no one got off the island. Oh my God, what a surprise. But, oh my God, this is the best thing, because I'm going to give some praise to Days of Our Lives. They actually mentioned a character in the past I've brought up many times on this Sudsy recap, wondering what happened to him, and they talked about Peter Blake, a.k.a. Peter DiMera, Chad's brother. Now, the reason why they brought him up is because Paul Narita is now, who is still gorgeous. I mean, his beautiful face. Wait, and let's talk real quick. Okay, I've got to mention this because this is interesting. You know how I'm very team old school Chad just because he's so hot. Chad Casey Diedrich. I think he's beautiful, but in all fairness, the writers didn't really write for Chad as well back then as they do now with Billy Flynn, right? And I've given many praise to Billy Flynn's acting over the past forever, But now I'm gonna be totally superficial. So, and I'm gonna give some praise to his butt. Okay, so he's wearing these sweatpants, and you can see he's got this tight and high little perky bubble. It's beautiful. I was like, okay, with your badonkadonk. All right now, with your donkey booty. Whew. Beautiful. His butt is beautiful. It's gorgeous, and you can, in the way his sweatpants just hug his curves. Ooh, ooh. Okay, I just felt like saying that. Sorry. Anyway, I had to say that. I had to. Billy Flynn, you've got a nice ass. Just thought I would say that. Okay, moving on. So yeah, they didn't get off the island. But you know what? In all fairness, this week there were no scenes shot at that fucking park. It's so funny because Carolyn Hinsey hates that park. I hate it too, but I just call it that fucking park, and then I'm pretty much done with it. But she hates that park. I get it. I totally get it. I mean, it's why does every single scene have to take place either in the park or in Horton Square? Every single scene, right? I would much rather have the Brady Pub at least, and there were some scenes shot in the Brady Pub, and there were some shot at the DiMera Mansion, some shot at the Kiriakis Mansion. I'm okay with all of those places, just outside of the park and that square. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, so let's see. In terms of everyone back home still in Salem, Hope is kind of got it in her head. Why does Myron have so much money? He bought this new expensive car and he's wearing these new expensive clothes. And I want to know what exactly he's doing for GDR Corp. And so she basically played stupid, or maybe she is the stupid. I don't know. I've never known her to be, a computer type, an IT type. Because she was asking, what does IT mean? Okay, yeah. And he just was spilling all kinds of secrets. Now, he didn't tell her the main secret that, Dario is still doing shady business, and he got all this money because he got it from, what corporate? Countess Wilhelmina. He stole all this money from Countess Wilhelmina. So, all of that stuff never came out, but Hope is onto him. So we'll see how that turns out. John Black was back for a bit, but he found out just when he got over last week Brady's going to be living, then he found out that Paul's going to be dying, so he's all upset about that. And then Eli, his mother, and Abe were out on a date with Theo and Claire, kind of like a double date at the Brady Pub, where Abe was telling Theo about the plane crash, or they don't know it's a crash. They just know the plane's missing. And, of course, Julie butts in and starts going off on Valerie and how she doesn't have any time with Eli. It's all Valerie's fault. And Valerie's like, bitch, I have fucking apologized over and over for keeping his paternity. But have you ever thought that maybe if you were closer to Scott, you'd have been closer to Eli? Well, thank God somebody said it. I'm glad someone put that bitch in her place. I mean, really, she is running around the town like she owns it, and then, and there's no consequences for her actions. No, not this time, honey. Valerie was not having it, and I was loving it. Good for you, girl. You tell her off. Yes, you are right. Snap. Okay. And then on the island, basically the only thing that really happened on the island was that they found a diary with that was left by, because they remember how at the end of last week they found that skull. Well, this week they found a diary to go with the skull, and there was this woman who had decided she wanted to go off the grid with her husband, and she said her husband got bit by a mosquito and contracted jungle madness, which is also what Peter DiMera had back in the day. And Chad said, yes, Peter DiMera. Here's the thing, though, and I need someone to clue me in on this. So Peter DiMera contracted jungle madness, and then he tried to kill a bunch of people, but he didn't. And I think what he ended up being arrested for was actually attempting to kidnap Abigail and Jennifer Horton. God, why do all the guys like Jennifer Horton? I don't get it. I mean, she's pretty. She's a beautiful woman. She's gorgeous. Just that character is just so boring. Anyways. So I thought he went to jail for attempted kidnapping. He didn't actually go to jail for trying to kill anyone because he was on Jungle Madness or because he was sick. So, and how would JJ remember? Because JJ started chiming in, oh yeah, I remember that, blah, blah, blah. You weren't even alive then, I don't think. Was he? I don't think he was. And then he started talking about, Chad's like, yeah, I've never heard anyone mention Peter to Chad ever. Now that could have happened off camera, but I mean, on the one hand, it's a good thing he does know a little bit of DiMera history, but on the other hand, he can't know that much because he wasn't there for most of it. He didn't even know he was a DiMera for most of it. So, I don't know. It's just very frustrating, but I'm grateful that the writers actually are attempting to delve into Days' rich history because they've got a lot of history. So anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Days to talk Days of Our Lives, or you can hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless, which I'm doing next. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Peace out. Oh, and you can also hit that subscribe button on the YouTube page to get all of my videos sent to your inbox every day. Okay, peace out, everyone. Wubba, wubba, wubba.